Hola Ian, it's Poppy. I took the day off of work today because, believe it or not, I haven't been out to the beach yet this year. So I drove out to my favorite spot, Oceanside, and I made it down here, and it feels so good to finally make it out here and just take a look around at the setting I'm in. I'm gonna find some place to camp here tonight. Looking forward to sleeping with the sound of the waves. All the yummies on the rocks there. You look over here, rocky coast goes on and on and on. So now I'm going to introduce you to what's called farting sand. El pedete de la playa, ¿vale? Escucha. Okay, truly, no? How does that happen? You might have to look it up. Hola, Ian. So I drove down the coast a little ways to this Whalen Island. I'll show you better in a little bit, but I expected there to be quite a bit of people out here, and there's actually nobody out here. So I picked this little corner here to camp, and the attendant's not even here this weekend. So I went up there and I paid with the honor system and dropped my money in an envelope and to register my spot, and now I'm going to set up my camp, and when I get it all set up I'll show it to you. Okay, see you in a bit. So I just set my tent up, but then I decided I was going to go explore a little bit before I set up my whole camp while there's still daylight, because it is getting late in the year, so the sun will be setting in a couple hours. But I've walked out. You look behind me, that's where I walked out from. Back in those trees is where my camp's set up. And I've walked out here into the middle of this open bay. The water's all out. Look all the way around me. It's out here all by myself. You can see down here where all the clams buried in the sand. There's bird footprints everywhere. I see lots of shells that have been pulled up, and they've ate the meat out of them. So it seems like a pretty good place to eat if you're a seabird. I'm going to go on now for a little bit. I'll see you in a bit. Look at the really cool shadows from the wind-blown sand. Isn't that neat? It's kind of almost dizzying to walk over. So it looks black, right? It's almost like it's burnt. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm back from my hike out along the beach, and I've come back and I've set up my whole camp spot. So I'm going to show it to you now. There's where I'm going to have my fire, and I'm going to cook my dinner. There's my tent, my chair, and my acoustic guitar that I'm going to be playing later by the fire. There's a picnic table with all my stuff on it. And right there's my Prius. Que chuli, no? Well, I'm gonna start fixing some dinner now. Hola, Ian. So I got my whole campsite set up, and now I've made dinner. I have a fire going back over here. See the fire? And I cooked on my BioLite camp stove. It's down over there. And here's what I made for dinner. Look. It's some wild black rice with salmon and coconut curry. It's gonna be yummy. I can smell it. I'll see you soon. So Ian, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the crabs? Look, they're scared of my light. I walked down here to the bridge, and there's so many crabs in the water. And if I go up on the bridge, there's lots of really big ones, but I can't capture them on video from that far away. But look at all these little baby ones. They're everywhere. Oh, look at them. Oh, they're scattering. They're like, no, run from the light. Ooh, look, there's a big one. Well, bigger. Look, Good morning, Ian. So I slept really good last night, and now I'm just up this morning, and I used my BioLite stove. One of these days I'm going to learn how to point looking backwards. And then there's my breakfast. So I'm going to sit down now and enjoy my breakfast. I'm having oatmeal with cranberries and some apple and orange juice and an English breakfast tea. Wish me a good day. Look, Ian, I'm up here at the footbridge for the island that I camped on last night. Look how beautiful the sunlight is coming in through the trees. It's burning off all the dew from overnight, which you get quite a bit out here because of the ocean being right next to you. But now the bay here, which was really shallow last night when I was down here looking for crabs, it's really starting to fill up. You can see the tide coming in. Isn't that beautiful? And look, that's a saltwater marsh. So I've got my camp all packed up, so I think I'm going to walk back to the car now and drive north and see what other interesting and fun things I can find. The baby crabs, they're running away from me. Ian, look who I've met. This is the kitty that lives here. He lives where the camp host lives, but he lives underneath that trailer there. He's got a nice bed. Oh, he's super cuddly. Kind of looks like Oscar, doesn't he? He's purring. Qué guapo.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Ian, mira. So I have drove south now down to Pacific City, and this is Cape Kiwanda. Look how beautiful that is. See that point? It looks like a pyramid. That's actually about a half mile out in the ocean on the other side of the cape. And it's a huge rock. It's also called Haystack Rock, just like the one in Cannon Beach. But I've just been standing up here for about 10 or 15 minutes, just watching the waves crash. And there's really pretty rainbows that you can see in the mist of the waves. place to go is into the ocean. I don't want to do that, so do a nice panoramic here. Just to capture the view. And then I will make my way back. A beautiful hike. We should do this together someday. Sound good?